Content for an entire year straight, so you watching this don't have to. And I've compiled everything I've learned in that entire year into this single 20-minute training. So if you can't sit through a 20-minute video that has taken me a whole year to develop this knowledge, then I don't know what to tell you, because it's going to allow you to not go through the same painful mistakes I did when I first started. And if you're serious about growing a personal brand, there's no better video than this, in my opinion, because it's going to save you a whole year of failing and trying to do it yourself. So I'm going to reveal some secret concepts that can change your life in the same way it changed mine. So first of all, why should you even listen to me? And I've got a very valid reason for this. So when I first started, I could not get more than 100 views, no matter how hard I tried. And it actually felt like the more I tried, the less views I would get. And I would try 10 times harder than I am now, but get like 25 times less views. It didn't even make sense. Compared to now, I've gotten multiple videos, over 100,000 views on long form content assets, which generated me over $15,000 to $25,000 per video that got over 100,000 views on long form. Mind blowing. Think about that. Crazy numbers. And if that's not enough, it's allowed me to get 6K days on the back end with my high ticket offer, 10K weeks on the front end with my low ticket offer, and it's allowed me to book over 1,400 sales appointments, just to name a few. It's also allowed me to develop an amazing network of really high level entrepreneurs. It's allowed me to attract world-class talent that I can use in my business. And those are just a few reasons for why you should start a personal brand. I'll quickly list 5 and then we're going to dive into the video, so keep watching, right? But quickly, it's going to allow you to get huge asymmetric returns if you watch this video, because you're going to be able to spend very little time creating videos to get disproportionate, huge results, right? Second, each subscriber makes me $10 to $20. Mind blowing. If you think about that. Number 3, increased lifetime value. So not only is it going to be easier to be able to get more clients, because you're going to reach more people through your content and expertise, but also clients are going to be more willing to stay with you and try you out because they like them and trust you more, compared to cold outbound or direct response marketing where they don't know who you are and they work with you. It's like they're not going to be happy. Whereas with this, you can actually work with clients who you want to work with, who are going to stay for so much longer and willing to hear you out. Number 4, you don't need any capital to start a YouTube channel or social media. Number 5, you can become an authority in your niche. And there's hundreds of other reasons, but let's just dive into the value, because that's why I know you're here. So first of all, there are only 3 types of content that you are going to post after watching this video, and each type serves a different purpose. So you must watch all of this video. The first type of content is going to be top of funnel content. Write it down. This is how people find you. And the biggest threat to your business, if you're doing under $1 million in ARR, annual recurring revenue, is that not enough people know who you are. If I can have a single sentence to sum up why you're broke or why you don't have much money right now, it's because not enough people know who you are. So this is going to solve that, right? And we're going to use this 3-step ideation analysis protocol to solve that problem. It's going to allow us to go viral, get views, and create trending content that people actually want to see, right? And you must keep watching, because it's going to get even better, right? You're going to find 5 competitors who already have an established brand on your platform, right? So simply go onto YouTube, go onto LinkedIn, wherever you're trying to grow a brand, and find 5 of the biggest competitors who already have over 5,000, ideally over 10,000 subscribers or followers, and you're going to compile 5 trending topics from the last 60 days. So these are pieces of content or assets that have performed really well, ideally over a 5x multiplier, meaning that compared to let's say they have 10,000 followers, any videos that have gotten 50,000 views or over, those are considered trending, right? It's a 5x multiplier. So those are what you were looking for. And so in summary, you're going to find like 5 competitors, and on each one of them, you're going to find 5 trending topics. And you're going to put that into a Google Sheet or a Notion or Airtable or wherever you manage your marketing ideas, right? It could just be notes on your phone. Number 2 is you're going to keep a vault of what constraints your niche are running into. Really important, but really effective. If you have sales calls, when you're asking your questions on a sales call, put that into a Google Sheets, please, because you can leverage that right now in your marketing, because people want to get their problems solved, right? So if you can solve it for free, you're going to make a lot of money. Instagram story polls, that's another good one. You can ask them on a poll on your Instagram story or whatever platform you're on. Common questions in communities. So if maybe you can join a few Facebook groups in your niche, or I don't know, Reddit groups or forums or school groups, and see what common questions your niche are asking, and then leverage that as your top of funnel content, because people obviously want to hear about it, right? So that's that, and then post your first 50 videos. Really simply, just get your first 50 videos out there, because they will probably suck, so they're not going to get any views, and it will probably serve more as middle of the funnel rather than top of funnel. But nonetheless, where is this attention going to, right? Where are we sending all of this traffic that we've generated from these videos if you post using the 3-step protocol analysis, right? Well, people will buy low ticket stuff or free stuff if you are persuasive. People will buy mid-ticket stuff if they like you. People will buy anything if they trust you, which is why you need to keep watching, because I'm going to show you how to build trust in your content in a second. But essentially, my personal opinion, if I had to start again, I would be introducing yourself, because if you're going viral and people don't know who you are, you need to explain who you are and explain your expertise, why you're making this video, who are you, how many people have you helped, right? And I would make all the call to actions giving rather than asking. So in this viral content, your call to actions, so meaning where you're sending this traffic, it should feel like you're giving them more rather than asking for something, right? Because as I said, people aren't just going to buy high ticket stuff if they've seen you once. That's not how it works. There is about a 5-hour or 7-hour rule in terms of people have to watch about 5 hours or 7 hours of content to actually purchase something high ticket, right? But nonetheless, you're going to send people to more of your free videos using end cards on YouTube or other free videos. So what this would look like, let's say this video goes viral, you've never seen me before. At the end of this video, I would personally be getting you to watch another one of my videos. So you start to get introduced into my ecosystem. So whenever I post a new video, you're going to get that on your homepage, because the algorithm knows that you've watched a few of my videos and like it, right? So that is where I would be sending my traffic if I go viral, or if I know I'm creating a top of funnel content video. And I would essentially max out the goodwill, meaning that if you create videos and don't ask for anything in return, but solve people's problems for free, that essentially is goodwill that you've built up. So I'd be maxing out that goodwill on these top of funnel content, and I would essentially make the call to action linked to the topic of the video. So for example, let's just say this video was going viral, hypothetically. I would essentially say to you guys, DM me on Instagram for this whiteboard if you want it, right? And that's a good lead magnet, because it doesn't require me to do anything, and I still get you to message me on Instagram, and you'll enter my ecosystem, right? So that's just an example. But essentially, this is where I would say 60% of your content should be if you're starting, and that should be top of funnel content, getting people to know who you are. So that is top of funnel content, and that's how to get people to find you, right? So in summary, you find competitors and you essentially leverage their trending content, and you put your own twist on it, and you just post a lot of content to be able to find that out. You can go into other communities, find out what people are asking, sales calls, all that good stuff. But yeah, you're going to have to do a bit of research as well as empirically taking action. Now, middle of the funnel content, this is how people like, know, and trust you. And arguably, I would probably say one of the most important things, because just a quick tip, right? Most agency owners don't have a middle of the funnel. They send a cold message to someone and they book an appointment. Booking an appointment is bottom of the funnel. Sending a message is top of the funnel. So there's no middle of the funnel. And therefore, it results in a lot of agency owners having a huge, or like a long sales cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4 calls to close a client, to get them to give you their card info. Crazy. I can close clients in the DMs just because I have such a strong middle of the funnel. And this is the part that most people skip. And it results in a longer sales cycle. This is what I'm saying. You need to watch this whole video. And there's only probably going to be 10 more minutes of it. So yeah, keep watching. But these videos won't get views. Like, full transparency, the purpose of middle of the funnel content is not to get views, but it serves a different purpose. Now, here's an amazing quote. People who tell stories rule the world. If you can inject authenticity into your content, that equals a long-term sustainable brand that is going to separate you from others, because it's going to allow your followers and audience to resonate with you so much more on a much more deeper personal level, right? So don't be afraid to get personal. Don't be afraid to mention your insecurities, what you've tried, what you failed at before, what you've, just your experience with everything of life, how you got to this stage where you are right now. Did you, I don't know, quit your 9 to 5? Because that's going to resonate with people, right? So you're going to build up a bit of a tribe along the way. So that is essentially middle of the funnel content. And let's just say you are creating content about like automation or AI or ads, maybe you're a media buyer, right? This would be more of like, I don't know, maybe your favorite books about business, or maybe your favorite life lessons. It would be not really related to your to your primary like content, but it would still be related to business and why you're here, right? So that's just some ideas for what you could create as content. But nonetheless, where does this attention go? So ideally a free lead magnet around the video you are making, right? So it could be this Miro board for an example, or maybe the template of what you are showcasing, right? So that's just an example of where I would send the traffic as a call to action for middle of the funnel content, because I'll show you how to basically convert this traffic in a second, and that's bottom of the funnel content. So you need to keep watching. But nonetheless, my personal opinion is you have to create more long form videos if you want better middle of the funnel. So explain why you started helping who you're helping. So for example, when I started, I helped fitness coaches because my thought process was if I could get them more clients, they'd be helping more people get fit. And overall, it's a good thing for the world, right? So if you explain that, people are going to resonate with you. They're going to want to work with you more, right? Threads, interview with clients, just longer assets, Spotify, those are great for middle of the funnel, right? And that's where you can send people in your follow-ups. You can send people in your, top of funnel over to your more raw long form where they can get to like, know, and trust you. So, that's that. And it should be about 40%, 30% of your content. So the majority is getting people to just find you. And then the minority is just getting people to like, know, and trust you, right? But then this brings us onto the final one, which is going to be bottom of the funnel content, right? And this is how people buy from you. So if you're wondering like, what's the best way to get someone to go from a stranger to buying my stuff? Well, I mean, first of all, you've got to get the views, right? So that's top of funnel. Then you have to, and the reason I actually put this red arrow going from one to the other is because first of all, you get people to find you just by posting viral content and trending content. You then collect data from that, right? And then once you've got data, you then convert in the bottom of the funnel. So we essentially do this using the depths of social media. So what do I mean by this? Well, most people won't buy from your top of funnel content because, as mentioned down here, people buy low ticket or free stuff if you're persuasive. But if you want to get people to buy high ticket or anything, they need to trust you, right? So that is what we've done in the middle of the funnel content. But essentially, most people won't buy from your primary videos. They are just for lead magnets or data collection. So top of funnel, we're ideally collecting data through lead magnets. But we use the depth of platforms for conversions. So converting from, a follower to an appointment, or a follower to a low ticket sale, or a follower to a high ticket sale, right? And how do we get them to buy? Well, it's done through direct response copywriting. Now, direct response copywriting, meaning that we message them, giving them a reason to buy now rather than later. So copywriting is just the ability to persuade people or get people to do what you want through writing. And direct response copywriting is just that, but getting them to buy now, basically. So that is direct response. And it's very common in paid ads or cold DMs or Instagram stories, things like that, right? And those are our conversion mechanisms. We message the engaged leads, so people that have followed us on Instagram, people that have liked our story, people that have liked our content, but you wouldn't really convert on YouTube unless it's like a YouTube community post. But nonetheless, right, you would essentially convert through automated email sequences, DMs, maybe you hire an SDR, so a sales development rep, to basically call leads, triage them into an appointment, or just call them to close them, and so forth, right? And that is bottom of the funnel. And that would be 5% of your content, which would be direct response marketing. So very, very minimal. Ideally, once or twice a month, right? Because you want to build up that goodwill by solving people's problems for free. And then you want to cash in that goodwill maybe once or twice a month. But if you do it every single day, you're burning through that goodwill, meaning that you have to provide more free value to be able to get up to that higher level of goodwill, right? So that is just how it works. And a quick keynote. Let me just see. Yes, that's just another note. But keynote, clean up and print money using retargeting ads, right? So this is something that I'm currently doing at the moment, and it's the safest way to pretty much guarantee an ROI. So maybe do this for like, I don't know, a few months, get people to, see your content. But this is an insanely good way of getting like people to buy, right? So bottom of the funnel. If you can put a pixel on your landing page or connect your landing page to Meta through a pixel, or just wherever you're sending the traffic, right? So if you're sending traffic from your content to a free lead magnet, which could be a free course, a free PDF, a free ebook, it could be, I don't know, a free demo, whatever it may be, put a pixel on it, upload it to Meta, and run a campaign once you have people visited that site, because you can pretty much just place your offer in front of them with retargeting ads. So anyone who clicks your free lead magnet, they're going to see that when they go onto Instagram or Facebook, right? So really powerful, and it's very hard to not get a positive return on investment with retargeting ads. Like, trust me, it's pretty damn easy. You don't have to be a genius. You just have to upload the pixel from wherever you're sending the traffic to Meta and then run it. Like, I'd be surprised if you don't make money and you have a good offer that has risk reversal. So that's that. And then actionable next steps. So what can you do from this point on? Well, we've got the rule of 100 for advertising. Hormozi talks about this, but it's a super easy rule of advertising that everyone should be doing, and it's the bare minimum that you should be doing in a day. So as I said at the start, the biggest threat to small businesses doing under $1 million per year is that not enough people know who you are. So this is the rule of 100, right? Pick one of the following and do it every day for 100 days, and you'll have a six-figure business, pretty much guaranteed. Like, if you don't have a six-figure business after doing this, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, you may just be an idiot, but nonetheless, you could do 100 minutes of content creation per day. You could do 100 cold DMs, $100 in ad spend, 100 cold emails, 100 cold calls, or 100 follows of your ICP. So ideally, what it would look like is you'd be doing 100 minutes of content creation per day. That isn't a lot of work. You literally just sit down and create content for 100 minutes, right? That isn't asking for too much. And then what will happen is, once you get views, I recommend essentially running the $100 in ad spend after a few months of doing this on retargeting to clean up all the people that have watched your content but haven't purchased. So that's bottom of the funnel direct response marketing, right? So I recommend only picking one to start with. So let me just quickly go back because it's slightly messed up. But yeah, I only recommend picking one, because if you try and do all of these, you will become rubbish at all of them, guaranteed. And a belief change that you have to make is less is more. People think more is more, but it's less is more, right? Because if you try and do all of these, you're never going to master one of them. So you have to just stick with one of them. So it could be the 100 minutes of content creation, right? And that's what I'd personally recommend, is actually up here. So that's obviously why you're watching this. So yeah, let's quickly go off this. I don't know why it's messing up. There we go. So yeah, make it your first task in the day. This seems obvious, but are you actually doing one of these, 5 or 6 things? Probably not, because yeah, you're watching this video. And if you're not doing one of these 6 things, then you've got no reason to complain for why you don't have clients. Because if you do one of these things for 100 days and don't have clients, DM me on Instagram and I'll give you a coaching session or something, because there must be something like, actually no, there's probably no hope for you if you can't get a client after like doing that. But nonetheless, by doing this, you'll become the person who's capable and deserving of making the money. So yeah, you're not going to become a millionaire from doing this for 100 days, but you will become a person who's competent in that specialized field, right? So it's that simple. Chris Williamson, final quote to end the day, not end the day, but end the video at least. Preparing to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Scheduling time to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Making a to-do list for the thing isn't doing the thing. Telling people you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. You get the point. You can read these here. Writing a banger tweet about who's doing the thing isn't doing the thing. But yeah, I think it's very relatable. A lot of people get stuck in analysis paralysis. And the hardest part is execution, because I've given you the 3 types of content that you're going to make. I've told you how to create content for it. And I've even given you examples, right? So go and do the thing. That is the final words of wisdom. If you want help growing your YouTube, I'll probably leave actually no, DM me on Instagram. I don't know, DM me saying like you want help growing your YouTube or something, and I'll see if you're a good fit to work with me. I don't take on everyone, and I'm actually quite limited on who I can work with. But yeah, I'll check it out at least. But nonetheless, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll probably drop a few videos up here that you can watch. Take it easy, guys. Make sure you subscribe though, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.